is Adrian. I would be a rockstar. A really famous rockstar like Bruce Dickinson. With a band, so not a solo, but with a band. I'm boss like Andreas. I'm trying to make sure that everyone else can do this job. It's everyday new challenge. Starting from not working toilets to not working software to people you need to make clear what actually our common goal is. To naked new recruitings which are drunken in a hotel room where you have to catch up. And other strange stories. All the things other people don't want to touch. So much strange stories. Actually, my first 3 days old, I had a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and I started playing. It was the high score I made when I was 5 days old. Yeah. I would say I'm a gamer from the beginning. Yeah, I love video games.
Ah ja, ich kann schon schöner machen.
Alles klar. Dann probiere ich es nochmal anderswo. Dankeschön, tschüss. Ja geil. Die haben Betriebsurlaub bis Mitte Oktober. Glaubst du, es fällt auf, wenn wir nichts zu essen haben? Also, neues Spiel, neues Glück. Okay guys, I've got a problem. We have a company event, our summer party. It is actually not summer anymore, it's autumn. But still, it's finally time to make this party. You can also call it signing party, because we signed a deal with THQ Nordic for a new project. The problem is, I have nothing organized yet. I wanted to do everything last week, which is already quite late, but then suddenly my tattoo studio came up with a free slot for an appointment. I couldn't resist to say, okay, please, let's do my new tattoo immediately. Which was cool. I have now a very cool office, so studio tattoo. So I headed over to Birmingham, 3 days, and got this cool piece done by Glenn Priest. Don't remember the name, I don't want anyone else to have such a cool tattoo. However, the problem is, now I have a party for the whole team, but I have nothing. We don't have anything to eat, we don't have anything to drink, I don't have a program or whatever, or something to go. So that's a challenge, but nothing I can solve. The list. Straight up. Just got an email from List.
Okay.
So you know that we want to try to get White Silence into the Video Games Award in December.
Yeah.
And we had a call beginning of last week with the producer from the VGAs, and now he asked if we could send him a trailer.
Sure. When?
By tomorrow.
That's gonna be difficult.
Problem is that's this one-time chance to get into one of the biggest shows in gaming in the US, and it's perfect. Would be perfect timing for the release.
Okay. Then let's see what we can do.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
It's gonna be a huge party.
It's probably gonna be quite fun. Let's have a look.
Alles klar, Dankeschön, tschüss. Das war schon mal nichts.
The best party this year.
Yeah.
Too late. Frau Burger, guten Tag, ja. Ein Buffet für 50 Leute übermorgen. Ausgebucht. Dankeschön, tschüss. I have to think about now about how to get some nice buffet for a team.
So, we are game developers. Technically, the good food we're supposed to expect is supposed to be bad food. So, pizza and beers.
Probably pizza.
We still could order lots of pizza, but actually that's something we do with every overtime.
Oh wait, we're in Germany. It's Wurst and beers.
That's not really something for a special event. And
Wiener Schnitzel, I guess.
Steak. No burger. Burger.
Burgers, hot dogs.
Steak. No. Burger. No. Food.
Food.
Steak.
Still should be some cool experience for people.
I eat everything.
Burger.
Ja, ich würde gerne... Ja, it's just... Entschuldigung, ein Buffet für 50 Leute übermorgen. Es geht darum, ich brauche was zu essen für 50 Leute übermorgen. Nein? Alles klar, Dankeschön. Wiederhören. Schönen guten Tag, Gosh von der Firma Black Forest Games. Kurze Frage, können Sie für übermorgen noch? Nein? Alles klar, Dankeschön. Der nächste. Dankeschön, das nächste Mal vielleicht. Tschüss.
I'm totally excited for it.
Because it's a party. You drink alcohol and eat food. What more could you want?
Probably pizza.
That's the food.
Okay, so we need to get the trailer done until tomorrow, which is going to be a close call since some of the scenes are not done yet and there's still some sound missing as well. So I have to check with the team now what we can do. Do you have a moment?
Yeah.
I have some bad news. Adrian just came to me. The trailer for the presentation, we need it by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like tomorrow next year?
No, tomorrow night.
Yeah, but I have to finish the lighting. Some cameras are still not final. And I have to add a lot of effects. No one is available. They switch back to the game now.
Do you think it's possible for tomorrow?
Do I have a choice?
Not really, to be honest.
So, I'll make it happen. I have to add some effects, finalize the lighting, and rework some cameras, and fix a lot of glitches. That's the main part. There's a lot of glitches I have to fix, and it's going to be tough. So probably we'll stay there all night. Huh?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I have to ask that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. So Eric will have to stay all night to finish the trailer. I hate when we have to do stuff like this. The next thing is to check out with Schmitty regarding the sound and make sure that everything is done on time, and hopefully by tomorrow night we have a great trailer. Hey Adrian, do you have a minute? Regarding the trailer, so Eric had to spend most of the night on it.
Tonight?
Okay. But he managed to get the scenes exchanged with the new assets and the SFX is in as well. So it might make sense to have a look at it.
Yeah,
and see
for
what
sure.
you think.
Let's take a look.
Only call hunger. Why take another step?
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, great work. Now get some sleep. Yesterday I was on my way home and was just thinking about how I get some food for the team party. And while I was walking around I was passing our butcher. And actually the butcher where we usually every day get our sausages and stuff like that, and I just realized that they also have a party service. And I just went in and asked, okay, hey, any chance you can deliver something? And I said, no problem. How many people? I said, okay, 50, 55, no problem. Just tell us what you need and we will deliver. Where is my buffet? The funny thing is, those guys, they don't have an internet page, they don't have a Facebook page, Twitter, whatever. They're just a local butcher who can deliver like you need. That's the stuff you need. Well done.
The food is very pleasant. Thank you very much.
Party time is over. We have only a few days left until the release of our new title, White Silence, and we have a long list of, YouTube, we have an extremely long list of features we still want to add, of bugs to be fixed and of content still to be added. I have no idea how we will make it, but the team is fighting to get it done and I'm sure we will do it. So let's go.
Fine. How are you? You mentioned in your email that there might be a slight problem with the name White Silence. Okay. Okay.
Who's Team Red?
Okay. That's bad. But you realize that the announcement is just 4 weeks out. You need to have a name. Changing the name in such a short notice is... Yeah, okay. I realize that there could be a stock. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Bye. Hey ho, we have a problem with the name. Just had a call with Liz and sent you some stuff over. We have to change the name for White Silence because yeah, it's a hashtag in the US. I mean, it's a lot of trouble if we keep it. Could get the game in the wrong lights and get the wrong attention. Storms of epic proportions. She sent over some statistics about that White Silence is really bad news. It's a hashtag belonging to the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's getting a lot of attention every time something happens in the US. And we would risk that the game is going to getting some really bad press if we keep the title.
So there's actually a hashtag already on Twitter.
There's already a hashtag, and as you can see, it spikes every time there's an incident with in the US. The White Silence hashtag also spikes. Lisbon thinks it's too great a risk to keep, so we have to change the name.
Yeah, however, we have to move fast. We don't have much time left, so let's inform the team and then see what we can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Kick-off meeting.
Schön low entwickeln.
Kick-off meeting. Okay, so one more news. We've got some regarding White Silence, some good news and some bad news. Starting with the bad news, we have to change the name of White Silence because there is a hashtag going on in the US and White Silence is related to the silence of the white majority regarding daily racism, and we don't want to have something related like that to our game. So I don't want everybody now start thinking about a new name. We try to define some persons who will check and think about new names. We need to come up very fast with a new name. So yeah, that's it. We will keep you updated. Thank you very much.
10 days. By now we should have a final logo, we should have an announcement trailer, we should have the bare minimum of a Steam page, the bare minimum of a web page. We should have a social media plan, we should have a lot of stuff. I'll keep begging the team for more assets. We will have everything on announcement day because there's no alternative to not have it. Because between announcement and release is 1 week, and I still think it's crazy, but it's also kind of exciting. So, yeah.
Tentacles, they're always good. Weltenzerstörer!
Hey Sven, I have a beautiful new name for this game. What? What do you think about slow death? Slow death? Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Six-legged goat.
Boldness white.
Amazing. That's nice. It looks like absolutely fantastic. I think we should go for that. But well, I like the boldness.
Weise Verzweiflung. Desolation. Boldness white.
Boundless white, not boldness.
Okay, that's the logo of our new game White Silence. With a small flaw, the game isn't White Silence anymore. So much for the logo, where we put hell of a lot of work into it. That's game development. So now we have to find the new logo. We only have very few days left, and we will have lots of people who have ideas how to create a new logo for the new title, which we also haven't found yet. And just new day, new challenge. Let's see how we make it.
Christian here, producer at Black Forest Games. We are close to one major milestone, the first version that we want to deliver to the press.
So we had this beautiful meeting about the fact that like when your boss comes to you and says, "Oh, what's the problem with the build right now?" So in game dev, usually around this time of the project, your problems are...
Yeah, well, the usual. We have 1,000 bugs in the bug tracker and we need to fix them all. I need additionally 15 programmers to take care of all of it.
And at the moment we're basically looking at all the bugs we still have, categorizing them, showstoppers, A bugs, B bugs, C bugs.
You have performance spikes, you have somebody gives something and all of your UI is broken, etc. Which was a problem this morning, but we fixed.
Yeah, and the really tough part about this is that time is very short, so everybody's rushing to get everything in.
So we have problems like this at this moment in time, which are probably going to be fixed within the next 12 to 24 hours.
In 2 weeks, early access.
People are stressed out.
It's always the same.
But I believe currently we are quite optimistic that we can make the milestone. One more day to go to polish the build.
So this morning's build was awesomely user interface broken.
I'm quite stressed. There's a lot of things to do. And it's hard to keep the overview. It's sometimes very tricky to don't forget about the little details that make a good game.
And it's going to be a close call, but we're hopeful.
So sometimes I really need some minutes off, go outside, have a smoke, and just chill out.
We have on the number 1 Code Silence, which has the most votes from the team. We have Code Whisper, Desolation, The Code, White Ashes, White Darknet, White Snow. And please, we need to get to an end. And I would really, let's go for Code Silence and have a name. Yeah.
Can we do trial by elimination? Can I just state outright that I hate White Ashes?
Should avoid white as well. White altogether, because white in the title would conjure up everything we would try to avoid by scrapping white.
I really like white. Because the name of the character is Ash. It's just this hidden link. And anyway, I think we should take the positive way. Which one do you like most?
Code Whisper.
Code Whisper. And it doesn't, to be fair, it's in the list, but it doesn't trigger anything really. Finally get this up there.
Fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence. Because dying is like fading to silence. Humanity is basically fading to silence. And noise is also faded to silence by snow. Yeah, fade to silence.
After we had to change the name, we finally found a new one, and our brand new baby is now Fade to Silence. We had to find a new logo too. So we got some proposals from the agency we're working with. Version 1, version 2. Both are closer to what we have in mind. Then we have version 3, which is very clear showing the inner voice face with some snow, but still a little bit too cute. But that's it, that's our new logo. It's showing carved eyes, the inner voice's face, some snow. It's very clear, very strong, and this logo just rocks. I love it. It's very cool.
Fade to silence. Fade to
Fade to silence.
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 Fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence. Fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
Fade to silence.
All right, we've got a lot of exciting games to look forward to in the new year. Right now, here's a new look, an announcement of a new game from THQ Nordic that's coming just in time for the holidays.
The truth about survival we try to save our families. Fight back the madness. Hold back the corruption. But we can't. It's too late. It's all gone. Destroyed. The only thing left to give? Your life.
Coming very soon, next week, in fact, and here from Black Forest Games is Anharan. So tell us about that. We just saw a trailer. That's all in-game footage that we saw? Again?
It's all in-game, all the effects, all the animations, all the visuals.
All right, so it looks like some kind of survival game against the elements. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Our hero is trying to survive against the weather. It's pretty deadly, and against monstrosities, against monsters that you've seen.
Wow, all right, and it's coming to early access next week, it looks like?
Next week, today, on Steam, we're live.
So that's pretty quick. So you've been hiding this one for a while. And coming to consoles eventually too, or?
Yes, at the final release next year, it will be on all the next-gen consoles.
All right, well, we'll get our hands on. Thanks, Anharan. Great to have Black Forest here at the Game Awards, and we'll be right back after this.
How's it going, Crows? My name is Project, and welcome to a game called Fade to Silence. A new survival game set in the winter, but there seems to be something a bit more sinister about this game than meets the eye. I'm very excited to give it a shot. I hope you Crows are too. Let's get to it.
Welcome to a brand new, very dark survival game called Fade to Silence.
Hey everybody, Chris Farad here, and this is a game called Fade to Silence. If you've heard about this recently, it was because it was just announced
at the premiere
at the Game Awards. It's available
survival horror game.
They have these see-through stairs that you guys will see in a second. Kind of had me thinking of Fortnite, where you can.
This is the base we can build here. A forge, a crafting shack, a workshop, and pristine wooden firewood. Oh, there's base building in the game.
There's a lot to manage here. First early access release for people that are like really comfortable with games like The Long Dark. We're going to try and stealth by these guys, but the other thing is that we have crafting in here.
You see me? Wow!
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Not see that.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freeze to death. I've got no HP. I'm gonna die. This is it. This is the end, pros. This game is so cool. I killed them. Yes. Okay. Okay. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We didn't die. Oh my god. All of this game is awesome.
2018 and the BFG team is ready to rock the year. We want to deliver a patch this week. We have to get the whole team back into full steam power. So I start with getting my butter pretzel for breakfast and then we'll rock on. Yeah, got some feedback. Let's take a look where we are. Yeah, looks like our New Year's message was received well.
Yeah, it was well received.
Okay. Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Frohes Neues, gesundes Neues from Painkiller. Yeah, hi Painkiller. Oh man, Sergeant Torshammer happy FPS drops in next year. Okay. So at least we have a very, very active community.
Yeah, they defend us in the reviews as well. So
what do we have planned marketing-wise?
We've planned a lot. We have some influencer marketing in the pipeline. We have more videos. The new content update is coming up. We have planned a lot, but the thing is as long as the performance is as it is, everything will. We run into the wall with everything. So
our review currently is mixed, and that's a big issue. And all the negative reviews are all about the performance.
That's right, bugs in performance. So we can do anything we want, but we can't tell people how great the game is, and on the one hand, and then they can't play it.
Okay, so we need to get this fixed. Let's do it. We have a big issue with this performance and the reviews we got due to this.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure if everyone in the team is aware how damn important this is.
I totally agree. Yeah.
That's
we have to make them clear that it's highest priority to fix those issues.
Yeah. So for now, the community is still very positive.
Yeah.
But if we don't do anything, we had this 2 weeks downtime. We are now already half in the week. If we are not showing the community that we are eager to fix the stuff, and that something is happening, this will turn into negative.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We have to make hardcore fans out of the base we have now, and we only reach this if we fix the issues.
Yeah. And that's something that everyone in the team needs to have from the bottom of his heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's call the guys together and really bring it in their minds that everyone has the same understanding.
Yep. just a question. Talking about performance problems and testing we did, and why, though we did a lot of testing, we still had for quite some people performance problems.
Okay, that has several reasons. On the one hand, it's early access, so we didn't have the typical amount of time beforehand to just polish and bug fix and do the optimization. Also, we haven't done the final optimization run simply because it's not the final launch, so that's something you do at the end when everything is in. We did some hardware testing externally. We also got some feedback with some problems, but we did underestimate how much it impacted the overall community. From the feedback we got, we thought it was rare cases. It was more often than we anticipated. Yeah, and in-house, we have standardized computers. We don't have a hardware testing in-house. So we
actually, I was playing the game before the launch and I had no problems on my machine.
It's the same with my private one as well. So it's specific situations where the problem comes up. And it's a complex game, it's a large world, it's a lot of different features. So it's hard to always pinpoint exactly where the issues come from. So that's what we're doing now and trying to optimize it and fix it a bit.
So I understand that when you have a final release of a game, let's say you just have 4 weeks, 8 weeks just before the release, where it's just pure optimization.
You basically have a freeze and you don't put any new content or features in, and you use the time to polish and to optimize and to bug fix. But that's traditionally done at the end of, and we did a bit of beforehand, of course, but we also still included new content, new features, pretty much right up to the end. So there will be unexpected problems.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much for the explanation.
Sure.
Hi Archie. Hey. Would you mind explaining me just in just a few words a little bit how the graphics impact the performance of a game? So let's say we will place a rock.
Yeah. Okay. So a rock, for example, is as a shader, basically, which defines how does it react to the lighting. So it doesn't react the same than metal, for example, or stone or different stuff like that. So first it has a shader, which defines how does it react to lighting. This shader only sets the rules of lighting. Then it needs textures, basically, which says, okay, these sets of textures defines the color and other kind of stuff. But yeah, each object, each rock has a set of textures. So this already might be a problem in terms of performances, because these textures rely on the size, for example, in terms of pixels. And this is basically what is sent to the graphic card. So if you send to the graphic cards tons of 4K textures, she will say no. I don't agree with that.
The question we've been asked a lot recently is how we ended up with an open world, high visual graphics survival game like Fate to Silence. Most people know us for our indie Kickstarter financed game Giana Sisters Twisted Dream, based on an extremely well-known IP from the 80s, the great Giana Sisters. We kickstarted Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams in 2012, so that's almost 6 years ago. This game was quite a success. The next game we self-published was Roguestormers, also kickstarted, a multiplayer run and gun game. And from the outside it may seem like a big step to what we are doing now with Fate to Silence. But there is more behind that. To explain you that and to find out where we are coming from as a team, we have to go deep into the archives of BFG. Let's go together on a little adventure. But there is no adventure if you don't have a wingman. And therefore, I will check with Yannick. Hey, Yannick, old friend.
Hi.
Are you ready for a small adventure to go deep, deep, deep into the underground of BFG?
Yeah, I think down there we need some weapons.
Wow. Perfect. So let's see what we find there in the dungeons of BFG. Deep down here are the archives with the stuff. So BFG actually was a management buyout from the managers and the leads of Spellbound Entertainment, one of the oldest German development teams. And Spellbound Entertainment itself did lots of other games before we turned into Black Forest Games. And let's see which reminders we find here. Someone needs to have a key. It's dark down here. So what you see here are some extremely old games, some old hardware, not used anymore. And what we have here is Operation Eastside, one of the first games even with the oldest Spellbound logo you can find. So that's one of the extremely early games. And this is original FIFA. That looks like actually is the original FIFA, first FIFA International Soccer, no FIFA 1, 2, 08, 11, whatever. Before the big success, we had Airline Tycoon. Airline Tycoon, and simulation game, which is still fun to play. And Battle Isle 3. You don't know how long I've played that game back when it came out. And the biggest success of the early Spellbound was Desperados. What I have here is 2. You have Desperados 1.
The old one.
Yeah. Followed later by Eldorado, which was actually a kind of Desperados 3, but not officially under the Atari license, because Atari had some problems back then, was not able to fund the third version, so Spellbound got the rights to publish the almost done Desperados 3, but they didn't get the IP, so it was published under Eldorado. Commandos, of course. That was for the research of Desperados. Oh, by the way, isn't this a fun-looking criminal?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Chicago 1930. Another one of the games based on the stuff we learned with Eldorados. I think there should be, yeah, wait here, up there, Robin Hood, the Legend of Sherwood. Wing Commander, oh man. Back then when it didn't ask for 150 million. But I'm looking for something which actually will lead us to Fate to Silence, and that is, yeah, Gothic. Kenya Gothic 4. That was an open world roleplay game developed by Spellbound and was a follow-up of the Gothic series, but due to some high-level decisions on publisher side, it was not that hardcore like the original Gothic series. That led to, let's say, some mixed feelings in the community. However, it was a role-playing game, it was open world, so we have some experience with open world. Kenya was still done with our own engine. You know that for Fate to Silence we switched over to Unreal 4. Okay, but back to Fate to Silence. I will show you now the original pitch of Fate to Silence, which was based on a prototype we made out of Kenya. So what you will see now is the first gameplay video we had. So it was based on Kenya. We took a part of Kenya, we added snow and winter, and try to give an impression of how the game might look at the end. So maybe you recognize some of the core elements you find in Fate to Silence, though obviously we made some big steps. If you know by chance Kenya, you will also recognize the character. So we didn't make a new character model, we just took one from Kenya. So I hope we were able to give you an interesting impression. Days We are close to the January update. In the Fate to Silence community, there is a hot discussion going on about the difficulty level of the game. It's often referred to as the 6-life discourse, as you only have 6 lives until you have to start all over again.
Oh no, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, no! Oh.
I strongly believe we have to address this topic. Therefore, tough decisions need to be made.
About the game?
I believe some of the team and some of the community will hate me for that. Actually, I believe all will hate me.
I suck at survival games.
I'm a big fan of die and retry and permadeath in games, so this whole life system came as kind of a shock to me.
Daumen tot. Endlich sind wir tot. Der Kreislauf beginnt von neuem. Ja, ist klar.
Fate to Silence takes part in a harsh environment, so I want it to be a hard game.
I think we are right on track with the difficulty. I feel challenged yet progressing, but I do believe that for some people there should be difficulty choices in terms of survivability.
I would say more difficulty and less lives is the way to go.
Of course, if you master the game as a good player, you should be able to beat it.
I don't think it's that hard, but I made the game, so maybe I'm biased, but in general I think it works out well as it's currently designed.
In my opinion, the game can be difficult, but it shouldn't be brutal because the player might get bored.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What on the... Oh my god! What?
Okay.
Hi, City.
Yeah, we had the meeting today. You know, we have the first major update coming up, Hope, and we would just like to discuss some of the community feedback we got so far. So what are the main pain points in the community?
Well, right now the two main points is our 6-life system and the difficulty of the game.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's the two heated topics all the time.
So is there a clear tendency, people saying it's too hard, or?
Well, some people like that we have the difficulty we have. Some people are a little tired of getting tasks thrown in their head. Some people want a little more lives, and some people want a little less. You know, it's a game that caters for a lot of people, and a lot of people want more possibilities.
Yeah. I just realized that there was some really emotional discussions about that.
Yeah. It's nice to see that we have a community that's so happy and so forward with their thoughts and ideas.
But some were not that happy with the 6 lives only.
Yeah, but
so everybody has been civil about it.
Yeah. Also, we got good feedback from a guy called Starburner with about 5 pages of feedback. That was really good.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, he has kept me up on one night just to read through everything.
Same here. Same. Yeah.
So, what do you think we need to address this this difficulty level in some way for the update?
Well, I think we should at least make the possibilities there for people to choose. I mean, we have some fans that is die-hard fans that really love to get beaten around every corner. We have some people that really love the game but would like it a little bit easier. So I think we should make it possible to adjust a little bit.
Let's see what we can do. Definitely, we had anyway plans, but maybe we need to tackle that point earlier than originally planned. Okay, thank you very much, City. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We need to tackle somehow the concerns of the community regarding the difficulty, so what they call the 6 life problem.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gonna fight me? What are you doing? Oh, shit. What the heck? I'm dead. Wow. Ring around ring.
Do we have something for that, for the January update?
So, I don't. Just because of the fact that I was looking at this today, this is practically 1/3 of the team is or has been sick. So things are a bit back to back at this point for that update.
Okay. Yeah. But it's very, very important because we are early access. That means we need to react to the community.
So we reviewed the community feedback actually. There are couple of things we would like to do, but we need to push the new follower, the introduction of the daughter, and the snow gameplay feature, including the weather effect, to end of February.
What's up?
Yeah, Onoan just told him the weather effects update will be postponed to the February milestone.
He didn't take it too well.
The team is already working on the next update for end of February, Unity. That gives me some time for a small road trip. I will visit the 2 of the most iconic persons of the current German games industry, Big Jan Tyson from King Art Games and Björn Pankratz from Piranha Bytes. I will meet them at the King Art Studio in Bremen, which is around about 650 kilometers from here. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. 650 kilometers. Let's see if I make it. I'm just passing Frankfurt, home of Crytek and like 13 Keen games. Goodbye Frankfurt, next time I stay for a little bit longer. So just got me something for a second breakfast, but I got a call 2 minutes ago from Bremen, where we will meet at the King Art Studio, that they have a bomb alert. That means they found a bomb from the Second World War, something which is quite common in Germany, but that means there might be some extra traffic there. Currently I'm 20 minutes late, so let's see if we still make it in time. 240 kilometers to go, 2 hours, but to be fair, it doesn't matter if I'm a bit late.
Hallo zu einer weiteren Folge von DevPlay, dieses Mal aus den schönen Bremen bei King Art Games. Ich bin Jan.
Adrian von Black Forest Games.
Björn Pankratz, Piranha Bytes.
Und wir wollen heute mal über diese Dinge sprechen. Über Boxen und Collectors Editions und Merchandising und Swag. Genau, lasst uns das Ganze wissen. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, liked das Video, shared es, liked uns auf Facebook, macht alles das, was junge Leute heutzutage so tun. Genau. Und wir hören uns wieder demnächst. Bis dann.
Ciao. Yeah. It was a pleasure for us to get to this point to get a review out there, but this is just the beginning. With the coming February update, we will start our fight to get Fate to Silence to the final release and to the top of the charts. This will be another long and hard journey. It would be great if you would keep joining us on this trip. Stay tuned for BFG Unlocked Season 2. I'm out.